Precisely. Two best buds. Precisely. Drinking beer and talking about stuff. Precisely. Beau and Tony. Precisely. Playing and reviewing games.
How's it going, everyone? This is Precisely Podcast. Podcast about sipping on beers and talking about video games. I'm your host, Beau, and with me, as always, we got Tony.
Heck yeah, I'm here.
And we got Kelly back from the Beer Fest. How are you, Kelly?
I'm great.
How were the Double Banger Beer Fest that you were at last weekend?
I ended up going to one because the one on Sunday was, it was like 95 degrees and it started at like 2 o'clock and like I didn't drink a lot at the one on Saturday, but I woke up or like I went to bed that night and my stomach felt terrible and I woke up and my stomach still felt terrible. So I was like, you know what? This isn't the best idea today.
Yeah.
But the one on Saturday was a good time. So
what beer fest was that on Saturday?
Little old town of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania has a beer fest that they started about 3 years ago. Not many people know about, but I do recommend it if you're around here or if you can drive to it or whatever. It's like, I think like $25 or something. But when they give you a pour, they give you a pint glass when you get there, like as your souvenir. Wow. And they do almost full pours, some of these stands. Wow. I mean, there's like probably 10 to 15 breweries there. And they also have like, a couple beers each, but they're giving a lot. And there's some wineries and food and music. It's cool, but they like definitely pour more than I have ever had any kind of beer tasting ever.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, next year you guys should come along. It's
like fun. I like beer fests a lot. And I haven't been to one this year. And I don't know if I went to one last year, but maybe I can get one in before the year's over. I guess we'll have a few Oktoberfest coming up, right? That's pretty similar.
That's true.
I'm going to one in 2 weeks in D.C., which is like the biggest one on the East Coast or something. It's like 400 plus breweries going to be there, which is sort of insane. And it's like only 3 hours, which 3 hours of drinking samples is still a lot of fucking beer.
Dude, you couldn't even try every beer.
I don't want to either. I mean, like, Kayla was like, oh, what am I going to do about cider? Because my wife only drinks cider. And I'm like, I'm sure there's going to be cider stands. And you
100%.
Just
you
hang
can
out
sip
there.
on that. Yeah. hang out on that. And I'll be at, the tent that has a good IPA. And we'll be fine.
There you go. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
It's the key to a happy relationship. You
Pretty
find
much.
your respective beer tents and hang out there.
Pretty
Just
much.
wave at each other from across the fest. Hey, how's it going?
Absolutely. So what are we sipping on tonight, Tony?
Dude, it looks to me like a Dogfish Head pumpkin ale.
I love him.
It looks to him. Well, to me, it looks a little different.
Yeah.
Well, what's it look like to you?
It says Punkin.
Punkin.
Yeah.
Punkin.
And they have a little pumpkin band.
I feel like I definitely say pumpkin.
Doing a little posy jump there.
Yeah, so the label's really cute. It's 3 jack-o'-lanterns, essentially.
Just ripping.
Jamming out on the microphone, guitar, and drums. It's a punk band.
Ooh, one has a mohawk. I didn't even realize that before.
Yeah, it does.
What's the abbreviation stand for on the bass drum?
Dogfish Head.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was down for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Like
That's me.
honestly what I thought.
Okay, I'm getting that tattooed on my body.
Yeah, where the hell did you pull
Down
that
for
out of?
Halloween.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I love that.
Oh, yes. That's 100% me right now.
On Twitter or something and be like, yo, you're
Let me
Punkin.
rebrand.
Yeah.
Are you guys down for Halloween?
Because
Do you like Dogfish Head? Yeah, so this beer is good. It's October 1st when we're recording, so I figured that we should drink a pumpkin beer. And maybe all of October we drink pumpkin beers.
I was just going to say, I think let's try a pumpkin beer in October. Let's make that our thing because there's a lot out there that are really good.
Absolutely. So what's this say on the interwebs?
Well, it's full-bodied brown ale. hints of pumpkin, brown sugar. I'm sure you taste that. It reminds me a lot of the Springhouse beer, but maybe not as much spice.
I was gonna say,
Brains from
yeah,
Springhouse,
does kind
yeah.
of taste like
Not
brains,
as
a little
much
less
spice.
spicy.
Yeah. It's brewed with pumpkin meat, brown sugar, and spices.
Pumpkin meat.
Yeah.
Rare pumpkin meat,
Yeah.
not well done.
Wonder if they hunted
Free
the pumpkins.
free range pumpkin
Yeah, free
meat.
range,
Yeah.
grass fed.
It's named after a pumpkin chucking contest, actually.
Oh, I've seen
Pumpkin
those.
chucking festival.
Is that the one up in like New York or something that they have? There's like a really big
I
one.
think Delaware, maybe. Or
Well,
New
yeah,
York,
I know
maybe.
that Dogfish Head's in Delaware, but I know there's like a big pumpkin chucking festival. I think it's in New York. I could be wrong,
Yeah,
but
probably.
I've seen it's like the biggest one
Didn't
ever.
they have a TV show about
Yes.
pumpkin chunking?
Yes, there was, or it was not like a TV show. It was
What?
like a.
Yeah.
It was like they did some sort of piece on it on TV one time because I saw
believe
it.
That, yeah.
Where
Discovery
they,
Channel.
They
yeah.
build like
Sometime.
catapults. And
Yes,
stuff.
trebuchets, and they
Yeah,
just
Discovery
chucked
Channel.
pumpkins as far as they could.
Yeah, or it might have been like MythBusters too. Did a segment on it.
Yeah, it was Mythbusters. Yes, because
Okay.
they went and they saw people do it, and I think they tried to make their own.
Yeah,
I think it was
A
Mythbusters.
catapult.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think MythBusters like did like a cannon though or something dumb.
Yeah, they tried to
Not
put their own
dumb,
spin
but
on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
something
yeah, I
different.
remember that.
Something insane, I'm sure.
Like, could a cannon shoot farther than a catapult? You know,
Yeah,
Something like that,
I have a
yeah.
memory of it. I just don't remember what exactly they did.
it's cool.
Yeah.
I commend everyone that puts their hearts and souls into those catapults because I'm sure it's a lot of fucking work to possibly not win
Yeah, I mean,
at pumpkin chucking.
just
Yeah,
put
but
me
at
in the
least you can
catapult and
show
throw
off
me
your
over.
Cool catapult.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to check
Think how
out my
much that is
catapult?
though to like travel with. You got have like an 18-wheeler,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
with a
maybe
bed.
not that much, but
Probably.
They're huge.
Just a
yeah,
big
they're,
truck.
They're giant.
Or they're building it when they get there, which is super stressful.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Or like not building the whole thing, but like having most parts together, but you have to put it all together when you get there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
That'd
fully
be-
traveling with it assembled.
that's the kind of stress I want, having to worry about putting my pumpkin
Yeah.
cannon together.
If that's the only thing I have to worry about in my life, I think I'm doing okay.
I'm a very last minute person, but that would stress me out.
I
a
agree.
lot.
You just got to be prepared for anything to happen to it, and I think that's where I would struggle. Would be like anything could happen, and you'd have a problem with that.
Yeah. Like you're missing this one screw, and you're like,
Oh, I forgot all my pumpkins.
That's when you go up. See, listen, you get to New York. You're in like
I'm sure
you're
there's a
in the-
dude selling pumpkins.
yes, you're in the country. You just pull over to like 12 roadside stands
Yeah.
and clear them out on the way up.
Yeah, but they're like all overpriced because they know that the pumpkin chunking's happening 5
And
miles
everybody
down.
forgot their
He's
pumpkins.
like, oh yeah, you want pumpkins?
Pumpkins,
I mean, they're
20
like,
each, 5
yeah,
for 80.
they're
Oh my
25
God.
each. Buy 5 at 100. You know, and it's like, oh god damn it.
We picked pumpkins last weekend.
You're like, you could have gourds instead for $1 a piece.
Get those little pumpkins.
Yeah, how's the pumpkin picking? I saw a
It
picture.
was good. Yeah, it was a good time. I like picking pumpkins. So they have
Are
a
you
lot of good ones
cutting
out
them
there.
up?
Hmm?
Are you cutting them up?
Eventually, yeah, I think so. I don't know. We'll do this year yet, but house is looking pretty spooky. I'm ready. It's Halloween time. This is my month.
I put a little Halloween wreath
I saw that.
on my
That was
front
nice.
door. That's it.
Very
so far.
spooky.
Yeah, I'm excited for Halloween. I was going to do a Halloween party, and my wife messaged me this morning, and she's like, "We should just do a Christmas sweater party instead."
That's
Like
fun.
we're so busy in October and November that it would just make more sense to bring back the sweater party instead of costume party, and especially because like we never plan our costumes. And she has shitty ass ideas for costumes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't like them. So, yeah, we're going to do a sweater party instead.
Nice. I want to do a Halloween party, but we are nowhere close to being ready to host anything in our house. So maybe next year.
Yeah, I feel you. So, Kelly, have you heard that Bandai Namco did some new trademarks for specific games?
Well, I mean, since we were talking about it like 10 minutes ago, yes.
So, they're doing... They put in new trademarks for Klonoa, one of our favorite games. Splatterhouse, which is probably one of in the top 3 like horror games that I like, and Mr. Driller, which is a great game as well. So I'm wondering, do you think it's going to be like remakes or like the same like game but with updated graphics, or like a collection of games, or do you think that they might be like all 3 of those games like on a collection disc, possibly with like updated graphics, like HD graphics, or all new games?
Well, you just couldn't give me 2 options there. You had to give me a whole slew.
Yeah. I already forgot.
Yes.
The last one.
Yeah.
The third to last.
I was well, that one in the middle. So, no, I think that what they'll probably do, and what PlayStation has been doing with, Crash and Spyro and then Medieval and all those older games, is that they've just been coming in and remastering and re-releasing, like the trilogy for Spyro and Crash. So for me, it would make sense if they do Klonoa, if they do Door to Phantom File, and then 2 on like the same, like a collection of those 2.
Yeah.
But if not, I would also see them just doing Door to Phantom File as like
just the PlayStation one.
Yeah, just a release of that, like a remake
See,
of
I
that.
feel like they could do like what they did with the Castlevania games. Didn't they like put all those together? Konami did.
Yes, but I just don't. I don't think they're going to, because if you think about it, they had the release on the Wii and the Game Boy Advance.
Exactly. So like put them all together.
Yeah, but I don't know if PlayStation's going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just going to re-release whatever was on PlayStation and just like update the graphics and make it look
I'm sure
remastered.
I'm sure it all matters like with licensing and stuff like that, but I feel like if Castlevania could do it, and I'm pretty sure like Contra has done it in the past.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's off the table, but I'm just thinking what's more likely.
Yeah.
I feel like it either remaking the first or the first and second is going to be what's going to happen from PlayStation specifically. I don't think they'll release a brand new one. That doesn't seem likely. I mean, I don't think they've had anything in the works for a while. I mean, obviously since the Wii one, but...
And same with like, just because it's like Mr. Driller and Splatterhouse as well.
Yes.
Like, it would honestly be cool if it was just like a Namco Bandai collection of games. You know?
Like kind of like they did the Rare Replay for Xbox One. Exactly. I could see that. That would be cool.
That would be dope.
I could see that as well.
That. Get that release with all those games, or like the top games of each of each title, and then a year or 2 later release new games, like completely updated graphics and all that, like different storyline too, where you're like, oh, you remember Mr. Driller from a year or 2 ago? Well, here he is now on PS5 and
He's
Nintendo
back.
Switch.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
like get people hyped that maybe never played any of these games.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're introducing this genre and these characters to a younger generation now. I mean, the kids who are buying a Switch, they never had Crash and never had Spyro growing up.
Yeah.
So here they are getting Crash. I mean, they might have had Crash, the newer ones, but they didn't have the original ones. So you're just introducing these characters and mainstreaming these characters again, 20 years later, which is cool. So I think that they could definitely do that with those. I could see them doing a collection like that with the 3 of them if they're trying to do just like one game each kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just putting like a collection of 3 games on one, release. And then just labeling like PlayStation, whatever, however they want to label that. I could see it, or Bandai Namco, I could see them doing that, like, but I don't know.
We will see.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So we have a decent amount of stuff to talk about, so let's get into the games we played. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I don't care. Whatever you feel like.
All right. Maybe we can do 1, 1, and 1, and 1.
And then another one.
Sure. So I just got a Game Boy Micro.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely love it. So Game Boy Micro was like the last Game Boy that was released by Nintendo. I want to say like, 96, 98, something like that. Maybe even
Later than
2000s.
that.
Yeah.
Later than that. I can't remember the year. I gotta ask real quick, because this was the hardest thing for. I mean, I don't have giant hands, but I have, decent sized hands.
Here, let's put our hands up together.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
I need other hand.
now I'm hitting
we're
the
on
mic.
place.
Oh,
A little bit
a
bigger.
little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just a teeny bit. But
Not a teeny bit. Like a whole
just
extra finger.
half a finger there.
Okay.
Half a finger,
All right.
fingertip.
All right.
Now
I got
that we're
bigger
comparing, okay. You know what they say about people with big hands?
I don't know.
They have big gloves.
Big feet.
I said they have big gloves.
Big
Yeah.
shoes.
Those are big feet. Okay.
I wear mittens.
Anyway,
What?
off track.
I wear mittens.
Minutes. All right, but how did you like the adjustment from going from say color or even an SP to the micro? What was your feeling on that?
So I've owned SPs, but I've sold them all. I'm not an SP fan. It doesn't work with my hand layout. SPs are too small, and granted, probably a micro is the same width, maybe a little bit wider than an SP.
It's a little, I think it's a little wider.
A little bit wider, but I can play this wherever I'm at, the micro, and literally I can play it one-handed, which is nice, because I mainly play RPG games where you don't have to, it's not a platformer where you have to be about the game the whole time. You can move around and then move your hand a little bit to press the A button to talk to people, or battle or whatever.
You're just cycling through A for 20 minutes.
I can do stuff one-handed with the micro, which is cool. It's sort of like a claw when I'm doing it one-handed, but it's easy fitting. I love that it fits in your pocket so easily too. I love that there's interchangeable face plates, which shout out to Arto Cube. I got a bunch of laminated stickers from him for face plates. So I got an Earthbound one, I got a Katamari one, and I got a Klonoa one.
You didn't show me those.
I did not, because I'm
holding
waiting
out.
for new faceplates. But shout out to you, ArtoCube. He makes really cool custom graphics, and he never made a Katamari or a Klonoa one. And I told him that's what I wanted, and sure enough, an hour later, he messaged me being like, "You like these?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So really cool, dude. Super cheap, really high quality stickers for the faceplates, which only cost less than $10 to begin with. So the stickers are $7 a piece, and he's out from Greece, and it's free shipping, and yeah, it's nice.
That's cool.
Does a good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
nice.
really enjoying it. I picked up Breath of Fire 2 for the Game Boy Advance. I was playing it on a emulator and got really far. Probably played 4 or 5 hours, and I was doing a save state all the time. I saved regularly, and sure enough, when I went back to it the next night, none of my saves were there. So I don't know what's going on with that, and it sucked. And I really enjoyed the game so much that I was like, I just need to buy it. And lately, when I'm buying Game Boy games that I like, or Game Boy Advance games that I like, I'm buying them CIB, because I'm just those are the ones that hold their value or increase in value over time, especially if it's a good game. So I was able to get Breath of Fire 2 for a good deal on eBay through a bidding auction. I actually got $20 under what it usually goes for a buy it now. But really loving the game. There's hidden items in the game, mainly just in bookcases. So it's helpful when you go to a new town or you go into a new house. You're let me go to the bookcases. Let me see what's in there. You get a herb. You might get an equipment item. That's nice. I love that when it comes to a JRPG. Another thing that I like is that there's no bullshit dialogue in this game. Maybe in the beginning when it's telling you the story of what's happening.
That's almost unheard of. In
Exactly.
RPG.
Exactly. So
That's insane.
So I can go into an item shop, buy a shit ton of items, sell them some items, and I cancel out of it, just escape out of it. And he's not thank you, have a good day.
Oh,
It's nothing. It's nothing. It just goes, you're back into gameplay.
Well, how rude of him to not thank you for coming
He
by.
actually does the okay symbol.
Also, he gets you every time.
Yeah, but there's no dialogue, so there's no pressing A after that. And that sounds so minimal, but really when you see that same text box over and over again, no matter what town you're at, no matter what item shop it is, and it's oh, thank you, come back again. Even if you're just looking at their shit and then you don't buy anything or sell them anything, and they're like, thank you. It's like, why the fuck are you thanking me? I didn't do anything. I just looked at your shit.
You're getting like upset about like the most trivial thing in a video
It is trivial,
game.
but really it's a big thing, and it's such. It
He's
is
so
such.
heated right now.
No, like it is such.
This
no,
is such a big thing.
it is such a big thing, and it saves so much time. Like really, when you're like gaming.
Oh, I get where you're coming from with this.
Like-
Yeah.
So I can go to a priest or I can go to a statue to save. When I go to a statue, it's do you want to tell me your story? And you click yes or no. You click yes, says thanks for telling me your story. Easy. Little text, but it's easy. Priest, do you want to like save your data? He says or something, and you say yes. He doesn't say anything afterwards.
Oh, he doesn't tell you to go
It-
home
it
and
goes-
do Hail
it
Marys
goes
or anything.
Ding. Like it makes like a little sound. And then it goes
Interesting.
back to gameplay. And I'm like, fuck yeah, this is what a JRPG should be because there's so much dialogue all the frickin' time. So yes, I absolutely love that for those reasons. And let me tell you about the combat, because the combat is where it's at when it comes to a game. You play RPGs, Kelly.
Occasionally, yes.
Tony, you're not big into RPGs.
But he's loving this conversation.
All
Look
right.
at his face.
Dude, he's so fired up right now.
I know he's so.
But fired up in a
He's
good way.
talking
Like
with
I'm not
both
angry.
hands.
Like I'm happy. Yeah, I'm like being very.
His beer is
Italian
down.
Right
He's got two hands going.
now. All right. Well, maybe I should bring my beer up and sip a little more.
On your topic of the conversation with the shopkeep and stuff like that
Yeah.
in RPG, I get where you're coming from because I remember like my biggest RPG foray into that would be Pokemon.
Yes.
So when I remember playing Pokemon at like 10 years old and you were going and you're buying your stuff and you buy your stuff and you say thanks, come again or whatever, and you hit A one too many times to skip that, and then
Yeah.
you're back in buying and you're like,
Yep.
ugh, and then you're doing this endless cycle. But I get that you just want to leave after that.
Exactly.
I get that. I understand.
And it's the same thing with Pokemon, because I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Red Chapter, which I'll talk about then too. But like going to Nurse Joy.
Yes.
And healing your
Your
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And she says like 3 different boxes of dialogue after they're healed. So you're tapping, and then she's like, hey, welcome to the Poke Center again. And you're like, fuck, they're already healed. Like, no, I don't need to do this. And then you got to keep pressing the cancel button because there's 3 more boxes of dialogue. And she's
Yeah.
like, come on, let me get out of this. Like, it doesn't need to be that much. It can be short and simple and sweet.
But the other thing I find that interesting, and this is, I think, more of like a cultural sense, is it's weird to me that in Breath of Fire, most games are made either near or around, in the Japanese area, to have them have a shopkeep, not thank you for coming in and stuff like that.
Yes.
Seems like culturally very different than
It is very
every
different.
RPG, JRPG that's ever been made and stuff like that. So
I
that's
absolutely
interesting that
agree
they
with
say that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
And it took me a while to even notice that he gives the okay symbol.
I like that. I'm just
Yeah.
going to start doing that to people at the end, just like not having conversation anymore. I'm just going
Yeah.
to be done and just be like this and walk away.
Okay, yep, pretty much. I love it. So, when it comes to battling, the greatest thing about it is with an RPG game, I'm always just tapping A. And I know a lot of games will allow the tapping of the A, and it might do like a special prompt or something. It seems like Breath of Fire 2 loves when you tap A. So let's say you're attacking the enemy. You're tapping A the whole time after you press attack, and you're just tap, 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 tap. It usually does a special attack, which is like a critical hit. Dope. Literally, probably 70% of the time, you're getting a critical hit by just tap, 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 tap,
Yeah.
tap on the A. You keep tapping the A. When the enemy's attacking you, you're either dodging or you do a counter attack. And that's like 85% of the time. So I'm just murking these enemies. Like, I'm overpowered to begin with because I love grinding when it comes to RPGs. Especially, like, I play a lot of my handhelds when I'm about to go to bed. So I'm not really, like, I'm, like, in almost sleep mode. So I'm just tapping A the whole fucking time, like, when I'm playing games. I'm just
Yeah.
tap, 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 tap.
What are you doing?
Tap, 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 tap. And I'm loving it. So I'm doing all these special moves. I'm countering them. Like, pretty much these enemies get like one attack on me. If there's like 3 enemies versus just one of me, they get one attack. I'm countering the one dude, murking him off that counter attack. I'm doing a special attack on another guy, and then the other one's a dodge, and then I hit them again and they die. And it's just like, this is a great, well-made game. And the storyline so far is pretty good too. Like, I'm enjoying it. Gaining party members here and there. I had to defeat this one dude to get his axe to fight in the Coliseum. And I actually had to look up, like, what do I need to do next right now? Like, I had to pass time at a bar to wait until nighttime. So there is, like, a time setting. Like, when you're outside in the world map, like, the time changes. But luckily enough, I was able to just talk to the bartender, and he was like, wait until nighttime when it gets busy in here. There's a dude from the Coliseum that always is here that can help you. And I talked to him, and he didn't tell me what to do. I had to look it up because I'm like, I've talked to everyone in this town. And sure enough, I had to go to the woods up north of the Coliseum and fight this guy to take his axe to replace him in this battle to fight this chick that will eventually join my party. Really fun game. Highly enjoying it. Highly recommend it to anyone that likes handheld games, that likes JRPGs, that likes the non-bullshit when it comes to RPG games.
If you don't want anyone to thank you for coming to your shop, this is the game for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if you like tapping the A button really fucking fast, this is the game for you. So, Kelly, what have you been playing?
I'll start it off. I'll open the floor on this one because I think you've been playing it too. Link's Awakening.
Hell yeah.
It's I'm really enjoying the remake a lot. That's been
too.
my before bed regime is like to get in and get my Switch and get comfy and play like an hour or so of Link's Awakening.
I was really sick the last week, and like right when it came out, so I had to take off work.
That's convenient.
I probably played 8 hours of it, 7 to 8 hours. I did a lot of stories on it on Instagram, and I'm at the 7th dungeon, and I'm at the area where I was on the DX version the last time I played and got stuck. And I just haven't really played anything on the TV. I really haven't played anything on the TV since I've been sick. But I'm also, like, not wanting to play it right now because I'm like,
yeah, you're stuck.
I'm stuck. Like, it's a really weird dungeon where you have to use the 2nd and 1st floor and jump down holes and all that. Where are you at in it?
I'm not far,
Okay.
because I've only been playing a little bit each night, or like every other night. I think, where am I at? I'm going up, shoot, I just finished a new part last night, and I left it off, and I can't remember where I'm supposed to go.
Have you played the original games?
Yeah, lightly, yes.
Or the original?
Yes, I never beat it. I did play a little bit of it on the Game Boy. But I know it's feeling very similar to Link to the Past.
Yes.
Obviously, which I do love, and I actually have been playing on the online service on there too. That's
Cool.
been another thing I've been switching back and forth between Link to the Past and
Tony,
Link's
you
Awakening.
could beat Link to the Past now with the online service on the Switch, because there's a rewind function on it. So if you die, you can literally like take it back a few frames. Be like, where did I fuck up on?
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's essentially what I did with emulating it and being able to like save state it right before the boss.
Yeah, it's cool. That's a cool way to play it too. Just have
Yeah.
it on my Switch is nice because I can just bring it around and I don't have to take a cartridge in and out for that one either. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the graphics of it.
The graphics are
it's
beautiful.
so cute. It's beautiful. It's just like it's just a real feel good game right now.
It really is.
You know, just to relax too, and everybody's getting into it, and it's been fun to just sit and play.
Yeah. I have Thursday off at work because I'm going into surgery Friday, which I don't want to get into, but Thursday I can't eat any food, and I think I'm just going to finish Link's Awakening then and get it over with, and probably also finish Ni no Kuni 2 if I have the time.
You'd be proud of me. I bought Ni no Kuni for the Switch, and I'm going to
Sweet.
start it once I finish one of those games on the Switch. I'll start
finish
it.
Link's Awakening.
That's what I
before-
wanna do.
Like, Ni no Kuni will definitely suck up hours of your time.
Yeah.
But it's a game that you will think about all the time. And
I
you're
keep
like,
looking
how
at
can
clips of it, and it just looks so good. Like, it looks so
story's
beautiful.
So good.
So the Ghibli side of it,
Yeah.
it's really appealing to me. I can't wait. It's sitting in the box, ready to go. I'm just like, I know between this and then Luigi's Mansion's coming out the end of the month, that's going to be my time. But I want to put time into Ni no Kuni then, too.
So, yeah, Link's Awakening, though, back to that, like, played it multiple times as a child and teen to an adult, and it really just feels like second nature to me, where I'm like, I already know what I'm doing. But now that I'm at this dungeon where it's messed me up in the past, I'm like, like, I don't want to look up how to do it, but it's really, like, making my brain work. Like, the difficulty level from, you know, the first 6 dungeons to the 7th just ranks up by 100 to me, where I'm just like, this does not make sense anymore. And it's hard. And I've heard people are having trouble, you know, on the 4th or 2nd dungeon too, because, like, they're not used to it, like, because they never played it on the Game Boy, where they have to look up walkthroughs and stuff. And I really don't want to look up a walkthrough on what to do, but I might just get through it, or at least that part that I'm stuck at, because it is really weird.
I think there's no shame in walkthroughs or guidebooks or however you do it.
I have shame in it just because I've beat it before without a walkthrough.
Well,
multiple times.
I get that, but
Yeah.
it's like, I think for me, like, if I get stuck in a part, sometimes it's just like, you just have, I don't know, like, game brain. Like, you just look at it so many times, and you keep looking at it, you're like, I can't get this. So you look at the walkthrough, you're like, it's right freaking there in front of me. Like, I didn't see this. I don't understand. I've just been staring at it so long, I didn't look at it with a fresh set of eyes. And if I would have just stepped away and come back, I would have figured it out. And sometimes that's just how you have to do it.
Absolutely.
So maybe when you come back to it, it'll feel a little better.
Yeah.
But that anxiety going up to it, I get it.
Absolutely. So another game I've been playing, because I got the micro, and I've been playing this before that, Pokemon Red Chapter. Did I talk about Red Chapter at all, Tony, on the last podcast?
No.
I know you've spoken of it before.
Yeah. So I have like 7 badges now. I have like 43 hours into the game. What's really nice about this Pokemon game is that you see a lot more different species of Pokemon. So I'm already at like 85 to 90 Pokemon, which I felt like I never got that high in like an original Nintendo Pokemon game, like where I'm at. Like, you have to like hunt for them in the original ones. This one, it just sort of throws them at you. I'm also pretty sure that they like throw like different generations of Pokemon too at you. Like, I've seen some weird ones. But I got to this one boss. Like, the last like 3 badges or 4 badges are gym leaders that turned into Team Rocket people, and the story is the manga, I guess, which I've never read. I've never read a manga.
I haven't read it either. I'm not sure.
But the story's really good. And Sabrina, I believe it is, the psychic person. It's her or someone else. I don't know. But she has
that's right.
She has the 3 legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Oh, that's not Sabrina then.
I don't know. It might be a different gym leader, but someone has all 3 of these, right? And you fight them individually. In this game, in Red Chapter, right? You fight them individually, you beat them, you can like heal yourself then after the battle, and then you fight again, and she like molds them all together. I shit you not. And it's, oh my gosh, I have a picture of it. It's like called like Zap Molcho Articu. It's like one name, and it's like this 3-headed bird. It's
That
insane.
sounds terrifying.
It's insane. I gotta bring up this picture.
That
to
sounds
show you.
like, I don't know. I'm just like imagining just like this mush of like feathers and some heads, and they're all like yelling,
Yeah.
and they're very uncomfortable.
Pretty much. Here it is. Here it is. It's called Zapinol Kuno. Look at this. Here, you try to pronounce it.
Oh. Zapino Lacuno, yeah.
Do you see it? How all the birds are mashed
Yeah.
together?
Yeah. I mean, that looks a lot nicer than the picture than I had in my head.
Yeah. You try to pronounce it, Tan.
He's got this. He's confident.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him.
He's so confident. The most confident man I know.
Zapnal Kuno.
What? Say that again?
Zapnakun.
You sort of stuttered right there.
No, he's confident. That's a confident stutter.
Dude, you know it's even
It's a
funnier?
confident stutter.
That's all I got.
Isn't that a weird looking Pokemon?
Dude, you
though?
know it's really funny though?
What?
Your Venusaur is named Nuggy.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I try to name all my Pokemon nowadays. I used to not.
Yeah, I never named
I didn't name them. I named my
I only
starter,
name
but
the
was
ones
it.
that I'm like, hey, these are the ones that I want to level up or like have in my party. I just feel like it gives it more meaning. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. Either way, really enjoying that game too. But now Breath of Fire 2 has like taken over the Game Boy Advance time for me. So I'll probably go back to it. I feel like Pokemon games you can always go back to and like know sort of where you're at.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And this game, like, there's like, because this is a fan made ROM hack of Ruby, I guess it is. There's really not that much information on it. So there was one area where I was just like, what? Where the hell am I supposed to go? You know? But
Yeah.
there's cutscenes in between, and sure enough, I'm tapping A so fast that I went through this one cutscene that I'm like, fuck, what did I miss?
And they didn't thank you for coming, and then
Yeah.
you couldn't go back.
Pretty much. And they said their things way too fast, and I'm like, I don't know where that person is, and I need to see him.
You just gotta have
and
patience
I had to look
for
it
those.
up. I had to look it up,
Huh.
and there's no wikis on it. It's just YouTube videos, and luckily I was able to find what I did before to know where to go after on a YouTube video. But yeah, luckily other people have played it before me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
How about you?
Well, the other game that I've been sinking time into is Borderlands 3.
Woo!
Yeah.
I've been waiting to hear your opinion on this.
So I've been taking my time with it, honestly, because it is a new Borderlands game and it's one of my favorites, and there's so much world to explore, and there's just like so much loot to get, and it's just like I feel like when I play a Borderlands game for the first time, like I can replay 2 and 1 and just blaze through it now because I know where the things I need to go are. But like the first time I played it, it took me so long because it was like I just wanted to look at everything. So while I'm playing 3, I'm just like going real slow and just like looking at everything before I finish my quests and then move on to the next side quest and move on to the next side quest and then eventually get to the main quest. But it's been really fun. I've played it a lot solo. I've played it with some friends as well on Xbox. It's been really, really a good time both ways. I want to try, there's a couch co-op option, and I do want to try that just because I haven't tried that one yet, but I like that that's an option on a newly released game still.
Yeah.
That like
'Cause
makes
you
me
don't
feel
see
good.
that
Yeah,
often
that makes me
anymore.
feel good that they still want a couch co-op option. So that's cool. So basically this game, if you haven't seen, you get to pick from 4 different vault hunters to have different abilities and such.
Can you pick or is it randomly chosen?
No, you pick.
Okay.
Just like every other Borderlands game, you get to pick. There's 4 choices, like 4 essentially classes.
Yeah, and I've only played one of them for a very short time and didn't like it.
That's All right. I mean, you're wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong. I didn't.
I think you should give it another. I mean,
I didn't give it enough time.
yeah, I'd like once I
was
get
either-
into this game, I'd
it
like you to
was
come
two.
over and do couch co-op with me on this.
Absolutely, I would love to.
And once I get my room not a mess, and we have seating, because it is really fun and playing it with somebody else is a good time. It's just fun. It's fun to play solo, but it's also more fun to play when you have somebody to go
It's like
along
Halo,
with you.
essentially, like the original Halos. Yeah.
Yeah, except that you're not tied together on a mission kind of thing. Like
Oh.
you could do your own separate mission and exist in the same lobby.
And it's split screen.
No, like on multiplayer. Oh, I don't know
Oh,
about
on
couch
couch
co-op.
co-op.
I don't know
Okay.
about couch co-op, but
Yeah,
on
I'm sure
multiplayer
that's the same,
online, you
yeah.
can exist in the same lobby and just go do your own thing and then
Okay.
meet up later kind of thing, which is something that I've done a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll do my mission and my friend will do his mission and we'll, you know, come back and do this mission together. He'll help me level up or I'll help him or what, you know, it's just, it's good. So the class that I picked, the guy's name is FL4K, which they pronounce Flack. And
Okay.
he's called the Beastmaster. So he has this little dog.
Beastmaster.
He has this little dog that goes around with him.
Okay.
And he's like, basically it's a good pick if you're going to play a lot of solo play because the dog not only takes damage but deals damage as well.
Can he die then?
Yes, he can die, you can revive.
Okay.
Or if you can't revive, he has a cooldown time and he'll come
Can
back.
he revive you?
No.
Or you never died to know?
I have the only time I've died has been when he was already dead.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, but I don't think it
I
works
doubt
that
it,
way. Yeah, I don't think he can revive you. Because also when you play this game, you have a second wind option. So if he gets a kill, you come back to life, basically.
Oh.
Because if I get a kill, I come back to life. So he's playing with me, kind of thing. If he gets the kill for
Well,
me,
that's nice.
then I come back to life and get to try again, kind of thing, and get more health or ammo or whatever I needed and take my shot.
Like if you kill all the enemies in the area.
No, if you kill
Just
an
one.
enemy, yes. If you
Oh,
make a
wow.
kill, you get to come back on a second wind.
That's
so
wild.
yeah, that's
cheating.
no, that's how the Borderlands games are.
Okay.
So you
And
get
I wouldn't know.
you get a second wind, but then each time you have a second wind, it gets shorter. Like if it's a repeated thing, if you're stuck in an area where you keep dying, and you get a kill or he gets a kill, and you come back, and then you die again, it gets like a quicker time
Okay.
to make the kill. So it gets a
Cool.
little harder. But yeah, so he has this little dog thing that follows him around and you can name it and it's great and you can pet it. And I really enjoy that as well because,
Just petting it.
yeah, you can just pet it and he like gets really happy.
Does he like grow in level when you pet it? Is it like
No,
a
it's not. No,
Tamagotchi
it's
or
not like a
something?
Tamagotchi. No, he
Okay.
just has like little hearts around his face and rolls over or something. I don't know. It's just a nice little feature that they
Yeah.
added.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
So what do you think about the humor of it?
I love the humor of Borderlands and
And,
they
like,
really
it-
kept true to that.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I heard. And I guess like the years have changed since the last Borderlands. It's been what 6 years, 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
And we're more of a politically correct society now, where like some things don't really fly.
So there's one major thing I've realized in the game when you play. So before the enemies, so first of all, there's a whole different kind of realm of enemies now. Before it was just the psychos and the bandits and etc. And now you have the Children of the Vault, which is the psychos, and then the followers of this cult, the Children of the Vault. So they have these leaders and they follow them. So you have an enemy who's basically called like a follower or whatever.
Okay.
But then on top of that, you had like different sub genres of those enemies. You had like, like there were like miners and stuff like that. And like, but then there were in the first two Borderlands, there were midgets. They would call them the midget psycho or the
I
shotgun
remember you
midget.
saying that,
Yes.
Yeah, last time we talked about
And then
Borderlands.
in this version, they are no longer called midgets,
Good.
which, good because apparently, that's not something we do anymore.
They're called short people.
No, they're not called short people. They call them
'Cause
tinks.
that's bad too.
They call them
Tinks?
tinks in this game. Tinkx.
I feel like that's
It's
like
weird.
a pornographic thing.
Yes, it's weird, but
it is, right?
But
Tinks?
I don't think so.
No.
Can you search up Tinks for me real quick?
Do it on your like
Urban
secret
Dictionary.
browser.
Search it on Pornhub real quick.
Oh my god.
No, I'll do Urban Dictionary.
That's
Do it.
you're
on
thinking.
do it on
I know what you're
Google.
thinking, but it's
What am
not
I-
Tinks.
What is it?
Twink.
You're thinking of Twink.
What's
And then
a-
that's
That's a guy, right?
yeah, that's for
A
For
tink
gay
is
people.
a bum or a hobo.
oh, okay. Well, that's
All
not
right,
what
now
they
According
look.
to Urban Dictionary.
All right, now do Pornhub real quick.
Oh, he was
No.
on Pornhub.
Can you do it?
No, dude, I'm watching something right now.
On
On
Pornhub?
Pornhub.
Yes. That's why you don't talk that much. You're always watching porn, Tony. Always watching porn. All that Tink porn.
Oh my god.
Actually, I'm sure if you search up Tink,
I'm sure something will come up
it'd
somewhere.
be Borderlands porn.
Well,
I don't know about that.
I heard Overwatch had like
Oh, I believe that 100%.
Overwatch is like
100%.
one of the top searches.
100% believe
I
that.
wouldn't know
People
either.
get weird on that stuff.
Yeah. that
Pornhub?
is weird. No, Overwatch on Pornhub.
No, Pornhub on Overwatch.
Yeah, both of them.
But yeah, so
All
they
right, so they're called Tinks.
they're called Tinks, but then they also look a little different than they did. They have like a larger head to body ratio, so they kind of look more comical now than like just shorter
then
beings.
the tinks of the past.
Than the Tinks of the past,
Wow.
exactly. The ghosts of the Tinks.
Wow.
So, but that's so that's like something that they changed.
Okay.
That's very noticeable. That's the first thing I noticed, honestly. Like when they brought those enemies out, I was like, oh, they switched that. So that's fine. So there's definitely things that they've tweaked that made it a little bit more user friendly now, and a little bit less offensive in like a way that's not like, haha, you're being offensive, like a joke, like it's like actually offensive. So. But the jokes are still good. The humor is still there. It's very like, you've got that
Like, if you
random
like-
feel.
If you like Borderlands humor,
It's there.
you'll like this game.
It's there. It's very true to the original too. There's a lot of reoccurring characters, and I definitely the shooting has come a long way. It's a lot nicer, a lot smoother. There's a lot more loot. They're definitely true to that as well. But
So, Kelly, how is the online function when it comes to Borderlands 3? Have you been playing with other people?
I've played with my friends. I haven't done any like random online play. I'm not about that life usually.
Yeah, absolutely.
but-
So, like, what is it like with like the whole like leveling up and like being different levels, or are you guys similar levels?
So in most Borderlands games, or all Borderlands games, you can just pop into a lobby together regardless of your level. And just like I said, just like exist in the same lobby. So like if my friend is 10 levels ahead of me,
yeah.
and he just wants to help me grind through my levels and get me XP, or like help me find where things are or whatever, we can do that together. Or we can do some of his side missions so he can get whatever he needs. It's like you can do the same thing, or if you have a same mission, you can do that together. It's completely like you're just there together and you can do that. I haven't gotten into too much else on the online. I know there's...
But
Or
the
they're-
online is like one player. Like it's a campaign mode, right? Or is it
Yes,
separate?
there's no like a multiplayer, like specific
You're so
mode.
advancing your campaign.
Yes, you are in a story mode. I'm not sure, and I don't know if I'm just imagining this or if they were going to do some sort of like, I know they have like I think they call it the slaughterhouse or something, is like you can go against waves of enemies kind of things in the old ones and just do that. And I don't know if they have something online with that or not, because I haven't tried it yet. And they have a lot of DLC that I haven't put codes in for anything yet, so I have to do that too. But mostly the online that I've done is just just playing the story with my friends.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, mainly that's it. Like, a lot of people have been hating on the humor that I've heard, but I guess if you're used to Borderlands humor, it's fine.
It's not like, I just think it's just like random stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there's no point to it, and that's what I think is the best. Is because I love things with no point. So they're just like, whatever, they don't. It's just whatever. Like, there's just like funny things just around that just look funny. Like they'll be like, I don't know, like you
Do
can
they talk about poop a lot?
yeah. Yeah. I mean kind of, but like the thing is, I was just going to say like one of the things is you can like open up, they have like porta potties that you would find loot in. So you could open up a porta potty to get loot, and like, I mean, shit flies out at you. Like that's,
Oh,
I
really?
guess, part of the joke. But like, you get the loot, but then also
It just,
sometimes
like, explodes when you open
it's
the
just like
door?
there's like a sound and like some stuff come
That
out.
never happens to me when I open a porta potty.
No, it doesn't
Thank
happen to me
God it
either.
doesn't.
But like, also, I'm not living in the Borderlands realm,
Yeah.
so. But then there'll be like, there'll be like a dead psycho in there with like, I don't know, like a bottle of beer next to him and something like they have like I found out they have like nudie mags in this game. Like not, you can't interact with them, but they're like
Yeah.
just on the ground and stuff. But they're like robots or something. I don't know. It's like
Oh,
weird.
that's funny.
So you'll like find somebody in there like that, or like
I'd probably like the humor.
in like Borderlands 2, there you would go to Claptrap's like house, and he had like nudie mags of like little robots, and then there was like an oil can next to them or so. Like it's just like little shit like that.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's not meant to be like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing ever. It's just like, oh, I see what you did there,
It
kind of thing.
sounds like Futurama. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, a
It's just
little
like
bit, yeah.
light. I mean, not light, but like, just like little background things you have to notice. Or like if you hear, like when the bandits and the psychos, when they die, they usually say something funny. Or like sometimes like somebody will be like, oh, and I just paid off my house. Or like something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like not hilarious, but it's like, I
Do
heard
they
that.
say it like the same thing over and over
Not-
again, though?
Not the same thing. They definitely, I mean, like there's things that are said more than others, but then sometimes you'll get like a random one that you don't usually hear that
Okay.
often. I mean, there's like a ton of lines, so,
Yeah.
and sometimes in different realms you get different things. It's,
Okay.
I mean, they don't just all
It's
say the same
spread out
thing.
enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just spread out
Okay.
enough that you don't realize you're really hearing the same thing over and
I
over.
heard that like you might hear the same thing over and over again, like some dude's mustache about some dude's mustache over and over again. I don't know.
I'm trying to, I don't know.
haven't played the new one, but
Yeah.
yeah, I heard people are going to be critics no matter what.
Absolutely.
And people are going to hate on things no matter what, because that's just the life that we live in right now, and I wish people would see more positive on things, and not be like a news channel
Right.
where it's just like, yeah, I absolutely love the gameplay. I absolutely love being able to play with friends online, and that the leveling of being able to play with friends online is amazing, because like I remember playing the original Division and being higher level than a friend,
And you
they
couldn't
had to
play- yeah.
hide in the back the whole time
Yeah.
while I murked everyone.
Right.
And it's just like, that sucks. Like, that's not fun for them.
Right.
And it's not that fun for me. Like, it's all right for me. It's just regular gameplay for me. But I want to play with my friend, and I feel like Borderlands 3 has done that, what I've heard. Like, they have made the level caps right and proper, where you're fighting the right level enemy for you, but you're still playing the same game with your friend.
Yes, exactly.
And you're
it's
getting
definitely compatible.
You're gaining the power ups that you need to from it and stuff. There is like some weird stuff where like you can do a mission at a very low level and like get like some perks where you shouldn't be able to get those perks necessarily because you're a low level.
There's a couple things like we'll play and we'll get like we'll get a piece of loot, and this happens just in general in the gameplay too, that you have to be like the next level higher to use that piece of loot.
Yeah.
That's happened, and
that's
you
like a
you
lot of
level up and then
different
all of a sudden
games,
you
yeah.
can use that gun. That's not a big deal, so I feel like it's pretty balanced with that. They do a good job with it.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I would recommend everybody at least trying it or, giving it a shot, because I think it really, it very much reeks of the old Borderlands games, where it's taking these, like, it's a lot smoother. The guns are a lot different, and it's just a lot more options than the older ones.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Thanks. Yeah, you'll have to come over and play it sometime.
I would love to. So let's get into State of Play, our main topic of discussion, I guess, for this episode of Precisely. Tony, do you want to start it off with Call of Duty?
State of Precisely. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows about it already. They've been known, right? New Call of Duty,
I don't
Modern
think
Warfare.
everyone knows about it. Maybe not everyone has seen the new State of Play.
I think
everybody who cares about it knows about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, I mean, that's with everything.
Yeah, it's a big deal, kind of. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I hope it throws it back to some of like the older Call of Duty style online play. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm hoping.
And I don't
for.
think they really showed much online play. It was mainly like first person stuff that they showed in the trailer. I did hear or saw that PS4 or PlayStation is getting the first person before Xbox is. Did you hear about that, Kelly?
No, but I do know it's going to be cross-platform, right? You can do cross-platform play on this one.
Is it? That's awesome. I hope it is.
Cross-platform for
Like
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yes. But the first-person campaign Xbox isn't getting, supposedly. Yeah. Or at least for a full year. Yeah. So that's what I heard. I could be completely
Guess
wrong.
I'm not buying that when it comes out.
Or it might be like a certain segment of first person campaign. But either way, PlayStation has the rights for the first person a segment or the whole campaign or something before Xbox does for a year. Which is insane because if you think about it, we're both buying the same $60 game.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's stupid.
Unless
Regardless.
it's on Xbox Game Pass, right? If it's on that and you have that, then you're not spending
But
the
then
$60.
that's also still pretty stupid though. Like,
It's really dumb, and I don't like it, and I don't like what PlayStation did for that. To be like, oh no, let me buy the rights for this for the first year. Like, I think it's really bad business.
I also think that opens the door to a lot of things with the future, and not just Call of Duty, but other games. Like if you have a cross-platform game, who's paying more money to get it first? Then all of a sudden, the person who has that console gets it.
But the cross-platform is multiplayer. So
No, I mean,
still there.
yeah, no, I mean like a like if there's a game on Xbox and PlayStation, who's going to pay more money to get it first? Then all of a sudden you have an Xbox, but you bought it so you could have this game first, but then the next game that comes out that you want, they're not getting that. It's like,
well, and
that's so
especially
stupid.
Like for a whole year, 6 months, or whatever it is, you get to see your friends that are playing it on a different thing, like beat the campaign, talk about it, and you're like, you just ruined it for me. Like I don't have this.
That's not fair. That's just not fair. Capitalism.
I think it's really bad business, honestly. But either way, the campaign looked cool. I don't think I'll pick this up because I'm not really a Call of Duty fan anymore.
It's not a day one purchase, but I definitely like to give it a shot at some point.
Yeah. The next game, though, was Watam or Watam or Watim. I don't know. Wattam. It's the same
Watam.
maker of Katamari, which is one of my favorite games. Kati Takahashi, something like that. Amazing maker of video games.
Rolled that right there.
What's that?
See, you rolled that right there. Pronunciation.
Kiete Takahashi. Takahashi's right. His first name is off the top of my brain. I don't know. Either way, Watam looks very similar to his Nobi Nobi Boy for PS3, if you're familiar with that. Where that game, instead of Katamari where you're rolling up things, Nobi Nobi Boy was... You're like this snake-like creature that can grow by wrapping yourself around other things, and then your body grows from that. So Watam was, what I gathered from the trailer was that there's a bunch of creatures in this world, like different shapes and things, and you have to befriend them by making them happy. So you're either like holding hands, you're running in circles together, you're sharing items together, and it grows the population, it grows the happiness in this world, and gain points from that. As much as I love Katamari, I'm not sure about this game because I never really liked Nobi Nobi Boy. We'll see. I probably won't be a day one person for this game, but I feel like it will still be one of those like cult classics. As long as I feel like the thing that Nobi Nobi Boy didn't do was that there's no like objective in the game. Like there's no like finishing goal, and it looks like Watam is the same thing, where there's no really objective. It's a free play game. Like there's no time limit on levels, whereas Katamari will be like, you got 10 minutes to roll it up this big, or you got to find this one thing and roll that up.
Yeah, I agree. That's a nice thing to have.
And I feel like people need those objectives to make themselves feel like they're playing a game, instead of just being like, I'm wasting time right now.
Yeah.
At least I do.
Well, no, yeah. I think that's the point of a game is, I mean, you have to have something you're working towards. If you're just working towards, achieving happiness or something, whatever, or, growing bigger, there's no limit on it. There's no time. You don't have to do, there's no challenge involved.
And we'll see what comes from it. Hopefully they have something in the works where it's like more like challenges, like do this next. Like even if it's free play, but they're telling you like up, like at the top of the screen, like this is what you need to do. Like go collect 3 more friends that look like this or something, like whatever. Like it shouldn't, Nobi Nobi Boy was just like, it didn't tell you shit.
Or like get your level to this number or something. Like that.
Nobi
different.
Nobi Boy was just like, you're a fucking salamander type looking thing, and you gotta figure it out all by yourself, and you just gotta wrap your body with these 2 joysticks around certain things to get bigger. It's like nobody told me that.
Yeah.
And you don't really figure that out, until you start playing. And so then you're like, why am I even playing this? There's no objective.
Why am I a salamander?
And I feel like Wadham will be the same sort of thing. It looks the same sort of thing, but it looks really fun. And the music sounded great. It seemed like the same composers of Katamari games.
I love the music.
I know, I love the music too.
So that's good.
Yes. So I might buy it just to listen to the music, but we'll see. The next thing was Arise, A Simple Story. And to me, it looks like a simple game. This is one that you talked to me off mic, Tony. It's an old guy that's roaming the world.
It looks a lot like Journey.
A little bit, yeah.
That's the vibe I get. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
imagine
don't stop
it's very
believing.
similar.
It seems like a short game. It seems like a game we talked about on Nintendo Direct that I can't think what it is, or Nintendo Indies thing. But it just seems more like a story-based game. Like maybe like a 2 to 5 hour game. Cool, but probably not worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll wait for some reviews, I guess.
Yeah. Then they got into a bunch of VR games, which I didn't put all of them down. I put the ones that are more noticeable. L.A. Noir. Noir. Wow.
What is it? What's the game?
Noir?
No.
I don't know. I sound like war.
Noir?
So I know.
Noir. There's like a
Noir.
W in there.
Noir?
Put some culture in your voice, bro.
All of a sudden, the room just goes black and white. There's rain on the windows. Some like slow trumpet music in the
You
background.
tell me about L.A. Noir then.
Hey, there it
It's
is.
just like a mobster game. They already made it, right? This
Yes,
is just,
L.A. Noir
Yeah,
is
this
a
is a
game.
remake.
Yes, but they're just putting it in like a VR situation.
Yeah, I don't know
right?
how it's gonna be in VR. It's gonna
Well,
be
isn't it
interesting.
basically?
Dumb.
So I didn't play it, but I was wanting to try it, but I never saw it for a price that I wanted to try it at yet. But isn't it basically just like a story and you just kind of go through it? There's not too much to do.
I believe
I
so.
feel like...
So what in the VR?
Well, that's
Well,
gonna
no,
be
I-
a good VR game.
Yeah, no, I feel like
Just
VR
being inside it.
is that that's what it is. Like VR games are sort of like that, where it's just story based.
Right, but like
And you're just
I'm
going
just like
through
curious
shit.
about what the like VR situation is gonna
Did you
look
spill
like.
beer? Okay.
You know, like is there any action to it? Like when you get into the VR, is it gonna be? Are you gonna be looking at just like the rainy windows and the the person coming in saying, "I have a problem, my husband," or whatever? I need a detective. Or,
No, I
you
think
know,
that's what's
is there
be.
going to be stuff happening? I don't know the game very
Are
well.
you familiar with like the Batman game that came out for VR?
You know what? I have it, and I've not played a lot of it. But you're saying you feel like it's gonna be kind of
Yeah,
in the
where
same
it's more
realm.
like you're
You
just in the eyes of
are,
Batman.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess. But then at that point, I wouldn't want to pay too much money for that game.
No, I
then.
wouldn't either, at all. To me, it's a no go, but to some people, sure, you know.
Cheap enough, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
But.
So I'm reading my notes right now, and for some reason, autocorrect said a bunch of bro titles were shown then, but I think I wrote VR. So one that looked cool was Stardust Odyssey. So they showed it like a bunch of like short clips of VR games, and Stardust Odyssey looked pretty cool to me. It looked like No Man's Sky with more action and like spaceship battles, and I was like, this is cool. Like, it's hard to show trailers or like video play of VR games because it will not look the same when you're in that VR headset. You
Absolutely.
know, the VR headset is like, whoa, full immersive. You're like, fuck, I am in this shit, you know?
Yeah.
But when you see like arms floating in the trailer and you're like, this looks dumb as shit, you
You
know?
kind of have to use your imagination with it a little bit. Think of how that's
Well,
going to look.
I feel like you almost have to know what VR is.
Right. You have to
before
think
you're
about
looking
it.
at these trailers to be like, this shit looks like dumbness, you know?
Yeah.
Like, essentially it does. Like, for someone that doesn't know what VR is, it looks really bad.
just like it's another
and
space
the
game.
graphics look bad, too.
Yeah.
You know, like, L.A. Noir looked bad when it came to graphics. Alright, shut up. I don't care. Alright, either way, Stardust Odyssey looked cool.
Dude, that seems like one I might pick up, but not for me. That would be something Scott would be interested in. He's been playing a lot of No Man's Sky recently, and I kind of want to pick it up for PS4 again just so he can try it with VR.
Cool. Yeah, I might pick it up depending on the price. Like, unfortunately, I don't think most VR games should ever have a price tag of $60.
I agree.
Because they're usually shorter games.
And that headset already is so damn expensive to get there, so.
Yeah. I mean, once you got that, though.
Yeah.
I'm willing to spend $60-$70 on a VR game that's like a full immersive, great game. If it's well done, I'm totally down. Like, if Skyrim could be like great graphics, that would be.
That looked terrible on VR.
Exactly. So, the next one would be Space Channel 5 VR, which is a Sega game that was originally released for the Dreamcast. It's a Sega Dreamcast dancing game, but in VR. This is cool. Like, I'm happy that Sega will hopefully make some money from this. I'm thinking, honestly, like 10 years from now, Sega might come back with a new console.
No.
You heard it
That
here
was
first
quick.
at Precisely.
That was quick.
Yeah,
Naysayers
Tony,
over there on that couch.
What do you know about Sega?
I know that they're not.
Put your headphones back on.
I know they're not going to come out with a new
He's just going to
console.
leave. He's taking his headphones off. He's just leaving. Goodbye.
My ears are
You don't
sweating,
think they're
bro.
going to make a new console?
No.
Atari was going to, so why shouldn't
Oh,
Sega?
Atari is, and it's
Yeah.
horrible sounding.
Well, but still, they're going to make a new one, so why shouldn't Sega?
They can't compete.
No, it would be a hard competition.
Dude, how hard is it for Google's a huge name and they did the Stadia and that seems like it hasn't.
They haven't released it yet, though.
But you don't ever hear anything about it anymore either.
Well, I don't know what they're keeping under wraps and what they're releasing to the public.
Yeah, and you do hear about it, like I hear about it, but it's not gonna go over well. You're right.
It's a hard
Like, how do you
market.
break into a market that's,
Already established real
and
big.
it's great. PlayStation and Xbox,
Yeah.
and then PC.
Well, Xbox
Well, it
is
doesn't-
failing right now in this generation.
Yeah, they need to step it up a little bit.
Either
But
way,
I mean, that's the two big ones, right? And then PC.
Well,
of course,
yeah,
can do
Nintendo has their Switch, which is, I mean, it's in its own kind of
anything.
realm.
Switch is almost like a whole different style of gameplay. I think.
Right. Yeah,
like,
it's a different. It's
a
whole
majority of
different
their
thing.
games.
Nintendo will always win because they do something a little bit different. They don't have to be the highest of quality when it comes to like game fidelity.
But they have these characters that you've grown up on, and they have that nostalgia.
But and then also the game production, like the gameplay, the controls, all that work flawlessly. But they don't have to be 4K. They don't have to be high fidelity or anything like that.
But you also, if you hand
What is this? 1980 high fidelity.
high fidelity
Yeah, motherfucker. Blast processing.
blast.
What do you know about that? Nothing, because you weren't born then, Tony.
But yeah, I mean, like if you hand an 8-year-old a Joy-Con, like they don't care if that game is in 4K or if it's in,
Don't hand it to me.
1080.
I don't care either.
No, I know, but I'm saying, with gamers, they're a little bit more really like they want to scrutinize. Oh, this game doesn't look good graphically or whatever, and that's the PC, that's the Xbox, that's the PlayStation. But if you hand a kid a controller and say go play Mario, they don't care what it's in. It's Mario.
Yeah, they don't care if it's the first or the last Mario.
Yeah, so
Or any
that's
of
where
you.
it's
I
different.
don't know. I mean, I don't have a child, but
Did you ever meet a kid before?
Yeah. You know
Okay.
what?
I just met
You
just once.
know what though?
You know?
Like I tried to give my niece a Game Boy.
Yeah.
She didn't even want to touch it.
Well,
She was scared of it.
She's wrong.
And I'm like, you can have this. She's like, I don't want it.
Once
And
my
I'm like, okay.
once
Like,
my game room gets like completed, my 8-year-old cousin's son has been bugging me to come over and check it out because he just
Absolutely.
wants to play games with
and
me.
I feel like there's a certain age, like she was only like 4.
Yeah, that's different.
You
yeah.
know.
But
She's like, I don't know.
he's about Mario. He's about
Yeah,
Pokemon. He loves
absolutely.
Pikmin. Like, I got him Luigi's Mansion. He
That's
loved it.
cool
Like,
that he likes Pikmin.
oh, he
Like,
loves
That's
Pikmin.
like a
he loved Hey
nostalgic,
Pikmin
weird
on his
game.
3DS. He loves
Cool.
that. So it's like, it's just
It
the
depends who
age.
you are, yeah.
But yeah, so you got to get him started young,
All right,
but not too
so
young.
Out of VR, how do you pronounce it? Medieval or medieval?
I would say medieval.
A lot of people are saying medieval.
I say medieval,
Okay.
but that's just me.
Medieval.
I'm excited about this.
They're about to launch a remake or remaster of their PS1 game. And the demo is out now, so download it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to
You
try
can
that.
download it now. And if you play the demo, you get a helmet that you can wear the whole time in the game, which
Nice.
really does not matter to anyone.
But it's cool.
I guess. I don't know.
It's a helmet.
I heard the demo is very short. It really doesn't like leave you anything. But either way, like it's a free demo, so try it out. Like obviously, I think that's always nice when any gaming company can be like, "Here's a demo. See if you like it. If you don't, whatever."
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I appreciate it too. It doesn't matter if it's 4 minutes, 2 minutes, or 100 minutes. Like that's cool. It means you trust it enough, or that you want people to try it to see if it's worth that price.
Right.
I'm fine with that. Civilization 6. I never played a Civilization game.
I'm not a Civ
It's
person.
like a simulator,
Yeah.
worldly game. I'm not a big fan into it, but it looked cool. Whatever. Death Stranding PS4 Pro.
That looked interesting.
The system. Did you see it, Town?
no, I didn't. I don't recall it at least.
Well, it looks like
the
a
PlayStation
box.
4 Pro that has a handprints.
Okay.
Yeah. And the fucking clear yellow controller.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
I'm about to buy it. Like, no lie, I'm about to buy it.
Dude, they're about to have PS5.
I know.
He doesn't care.
And I really want it.
I think that's one you should jump on because I think it'll sell quick and sell out fast.
I think it will sell very quick. I might pre-order it.
But
I think
As
that
long
would
as
be
it
smart.
comes with a game.
Oh,
And
I
not
would.
a download code.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I mean, I don't know.
I really want the controller.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So on top of that, Hideo Kojima. Did I say his name right? Yeah, Kojima.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You can, in the game, you have a BB, which is your baby that you walk around with. And it coos and it talks a little bit. It doesn't talk because it's like an infant or baby.
What if it just turned around and was like, get your shit together?
Motherfucker, walk the other way! That'd be awesome. But either way, Kojima says that the controller will talk to you as a BB in the game.
That's interesting.
Like that's new news.
I want to hear about that more.
And people are like, is it just this controller? You know?
Or is it compatible with all?
And everyone thinks it's going to be compatible with all.
I would assume.
Yeah, because it has a speaker. Like all PS4 controllers have that little speaker in them.
Yeah, I would assume that it would.
Yeah. But either way, I don't know the price on the new PS4 Pro Death Stranding thing. I gotta look into it. I might actually order this. And even if it's just a resale, but like I really want that controller.
I think if you want it, you need to get it because I feel like this is going to be a really popular one.
And I think it's going to like,
especially with the hype surrounding this game and the fact that the system looks so cool itself and the controller.
It sucks. I don't have money right now.
The struggle.
All right, next game. Really cool one. It's called After Party. Can you outdrink the devil to escape from hell?
Yes, I can. Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me.
Oh, okay. I have a funny joke about that.
Okay.
So there's 3 people in hell.
Okay.
And the devil was like, if you can tell me to do something that I can't do, you can go back to Earth. So the first person was like, drink 1,000 shots of liquor.
He did it.
In 1 minute. And he does it. So that guy burns up into ashes. The second guy's like, he's a pothead. And he's like, smoke 1,000 joints in 1 minute. And the devil does it.
They're not very creative.
Yeah, I know. They're like feeding off of each other. And devil does it. That guy burns up into ashes. Third guy is so nervous seeing these 2 guys burn up into ashes, he farts. And the devil goes, huh? And he's like, paint that green. And the guy goes back to Earth.
What?
Is that all I get? Just a huh? I hope someone that listens to this loved that joke, all right? I sort of gave it my all. I don't know. Maybe not. Jesus
Good delivery.
Christ.
Yeah, a good setup. Good delivery.
Wow. You guys suck. All right, let's finish this off. So After Party is like a cel-shaded game. It looks really cool. It looks like a bunch of like mini games where your 2 friends in hell, like sort of like young adults, where you have to like play like beer pong against demons or other people in hell. You gotta like do like drinking games or just like random shit to eventually get to the devil where you have to outdrink him. And like there's a bunch of comedy where the devil's like, I don't think these 2 got it in them. And the one chick to the guy's like, is he talking to us? Like, I could just go for a drink. You know, like, just like, they don't even know what the fuck's going on, who you're playing as. It looked fun and funny, and we'll see. Like, it looks like
Looks like a fun game to play with, like friends.
Or, like, just like a well-made indie title. I feel like it might just be a one-player game, but we'll see. And then the last 2 games, sort of, that is the games for PS Plus members, free games for October, is the Show 19, which is a baseball game that actually made me want to play it. Like, I saw the trailer for it. I'm not a sports fan when it comes to sports in general or playing games. But this game looked really dope. It had like a cool rap song going on with it. I was all about
It's
it.
got Bryce Harper on the cover in a Phillies uniform.
I don't know who that
That's
is.
a monstrosity. Sorry. If we want to talk about baseball, we'll talk about baseball.
Or
And
Bryce, or
but-
whoever that is.
if you don't want to talk about baseball, I won't bore you.
Either way, it looked really cool. So that's free for October for PlayStation Plus members. And then also Last of Us, the original Last of Us, a remaster, I guess, for PS4, which is amazing.
I have not yet played it, but it's on my list of games to play.
So I played maybe an hour of it, and I got too scared.
Spooky.
A little bit too spooky.
Well, it's good for this month. It's spooky month.
And I want to play it again, and I'm glad that it's free. So I'm going to download it. I'm going to try to play it. And Tony, I sort of want you to download it and play it with me
Okay.
so that we can help each other out in this game.
So you can call me when you're scared.
Yeah,
Tony's
pretty
going to be
much.
spooked.
Because they ended then the state of play with The Last of Us Part 2, which I thought was one of the most amazing trailers ever made. What did you guys think about it? You saw it, Kelly?
I thought it was well done. Like I said, I don't know much about the game. So I thought it looked pretty good, just for not knowing too much about it, but hearing amazing things about the first one.
Yeah.
It looks like they took their time with it. It looks very nice graphically and everything, and it looks like it'll be a good game to play.
It looks like the story has been thought out so
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
It looks like, I don't know the ending of the original one, Part 1, or, just Last of Us, but at the very end of the trailer, the main character of Last of Us comes back and he's like, I'm not going to let you do this alone. And it's just like, I was like, whoa, when I saw him, even though I hardly even played the first one, I was just like, that's cool. Like, he came back, like, you're playing as Ellie, which is like the second character in the first game, but she's your main character this one. A lot of crazy shit. Like, I'm scared of like the zombie like creatures, the clickers, which you saw in this trailer, where it's
I think I bought sound effects today.
yeah, and then it's like
There we go.
and that shit freaks me out. Like, even like looking at my cell phone watching this trailer, I was just like, holy fuck, this is insane. So I'm actually excited for this game, even though I might not pick it up from day one. I want to play the first one. I'm really happy that PlayStation put out The Last of Us Part 1 and also MLB The Show 19 for free next month, because I might actually play 2 games I never would have played or picked up myself. So I want to play that. Tony, I want you to download that game.
And then
play
we
it
can
too.
have a MLB show.
No, I'm talking about
competition.
Last of Us though too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We could do an MLB The Show tournament.
That would be fun.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Well, what's really cool about the MLB show is that like you can create your own character. You like have to like go to the gym, I guess.
You can
like,
do all the
train 'em,
steroids.
take some steroids behind the counter,
Juice it up.
in the alleyway, wherever you get them, up your butt, all that.
Too much.
What? How's that too much?
Too much.
Dude, no one was talking about butt
Nobody.
stuff.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, either way. You do all that, and
Do
then
all
you
the
play
steroids,
baseball,
and
and
then-
there's a bunch of cool rap music that goes on.
That's it. That's all you think baseball is. It's just baseball,
And rap
rap music,
music.
steroids, and rap music. You know what? You're not far off.
Well,
I didn't
there's
think
definitely
about
a lot of
steroids
steroids.
until Tony said something about it.
Dude, this is a topic for another time.
Is it?
Every professional sport, there's
Alright.
steroids involved. You're not competitive unless you're doing PEDs.
Thanks, professional sports player Tony.
Yeah. What are PEDs?
Performance enhancing
Yeah,
drugs.
okay. Either way, I'm looking forward to them. I hope you guys are too. Tony, definitely download Last of Us. Kelly, you should download it too and play
I think
it.
I have it on physical copy. Actually, I just
Yeah.
haven't played it yet.
And we're going to do an October MLB competition.
Oh, because it's the World Series, October baseball. You're in the
wouldn't know
playoffs
that,
right now.
but thanks for letting me know.
So precisely World Series.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dodgers
Yeah.
clinched the playoffs. I'm happy. I know. Retro
I'm
Gamer Dad's
Astros or
happy.
something, I don't know.
You say Astros?
Yeah, that's the first baseball team I thought of.
Good
I don't
choice,
know.
bro.
Browns? That's football, right?
That's football. All right.
All right.
That's enough for you.
Either way, this is the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. If you stay tuned this whole time, please give us a follow on Instagram at Precisely Podcast. Give myself a follow at Beau's_game room.
I am not a microphone pop, but my name is Kelly, and I'm at Highway to Kel with no underscores or any fancy things.
I'm precisely_Tony.
And we do have a Patreon. If you guys want to be the first person to join Patreon, it's patreon.com/precisely.
It's lonely in that Discord chat.
It's very lonely, but
I'm tired of talking to Beau.
Yeah, we're still talking in it. We're waiting for someone to join us. So at $1 a month, which is nothing, it's $12 a year. You can join the chat with us. Tell us topics that you want to talk about, games that you want us to play, beer that you want us to drink, whatever. Just be our gods essentially at $1 a month.
And earn our eternal love.
And our eternal love. Yeah, we would love that. We do have shirts and sweatshirts.
Because it's
almost
hoodie season.
Weather, yeah. Hoodies are $35 plus shipping on eBay. Just search Precisely Podcast on eBay and you'll find our hoodies and t-shirts. That's about it, everyone. Thank you for listening, and we love you. DM us. Just tell us that you love us. And
we need validation.
yeah, we need validation for sure.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
We out.